I avoid things that don't enhance my life a lot. That give me.
What the hell are you doing here then?
About to say he's still on this call.
And now, CheezWits.
Hello.
Hello. Did you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yay! No problems today.
Like a whole new thing. And
And Chris, wow.
then there's Christopher.
There's no waiting for anybody today. And Chris is in the car. Chris?
Well, what else is new? I'm trying to figure out how to get this to go back to the fucking this thing. Hang on.
See, Chris is starting to age like
That's
me.
better.
Oh, that
Hey.
is better.
Chris, do you manscape your eyebrows?
No.
I do mine because otherwise I've had to start doing it. Otherwise I'd look like, oh, you know what that is, don't you?
Hey, there's our gays. That's our gays fuck two sounder.
Yep.
Yeah. Hello
That's
for
exactly
Pride
what
Month.
that is.
That's Pride. So, I have to start doing it now regularly. Otherwise, I'm going to start looking like Peter Ustinov or John House.
When I go and get my hair cut, I get my hair cut, and what's the nice Asian lady. Every once in a while, she'll do a little trim. I don't want to look like Eugene Levy.
She puts the comb to it, right?
Puts the comb and then the razor, yeah.
Yeah, the comb and the razor. That's what but there are these new things now that I'm having to do that I never had to do. And it's not vanity. I would like to think I would like to say, oh, it's vanity. It's not vanity. It's just when the fucking hair on your eyebrow is longer than the hair on your head, there's a problem.
It's obstructing your view when you're driving.
Okay, so
Yeah.
a few weeks ago that happened to me. I had one that I was trying to figure that out. Why I couldn't. I was having trouble focusing on my left eye. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I realized it's a one strand of hair coming down.
All right, it's a straight. So that's what I get too. I'm like, I'm brushing it away like it's a cat hair or a pet hair is like gotten in your eye, and I'm brushing it away, and the fucker just keeps flopping back in front of my eye. I'm going, what the fuck is with this hair? And then I get a hold of it and realize, ow! And you got to pull it, and it's always a coarser hair than the rest of the hair coming out of your eyebrow, and you have no fuck. How did it get to be 3 inches long? How did that happen?
Now, see, what happens for women, Wally, is that when we reach a certain age, our eyebrows are the same as they've always been, but we suddenly start getting that one single, very coarse 3-inch hair coming out of our chin.
What's her name? What's the girl I'm banging? Jenna. Jenna doesn't have it there. Jenna has it on her neck.
Oh,
Really?
ow.
Just coming out of her neck.
She has a neck hair? You start looking like a Disney character in Sleeping Beauty or something. Walking around with your straight chin hair. So what is your process? Do you just grab a hold of it and yank?
No, because I'm just not able to do that. So I have this little pen-shaped razor. And you notice I have it right here on my desk because oftentimes when I notice it, it's because I'm in the middle of doing something and I go, what the hell? Wait, what? What is this? And then I have to.
Chris, I know what this is. When she's on doing the OnlyFans, she's got a little razor out there taking care of business.
Got to keep things neat.
Neat and trim, all ready to go. Gonna make them dollars on the OnlyFans.
That's right. You know me.
I am just these little fucking hairs are really just. I don't like them, and nose hair as well. Suddenly you have no nose hair, and I get a tickle. He's like, what the? And then there's a nose hair coming out. It's hitting your upper lip. You're like, what the hell is that? And those you can just yank out, right? Just grab a hold and do a yank. Unless they're really close to the center of your nose, that little, whatever the little part that separates your nostrils.
Your septum.
If it's right next to that, those ones,
They hurt.
Those fucking make you tear up.
Yeah.
That'll make you tear up. You can't do that when you're driving because you won't be able to see. Your eyes will get too watery. And I'm speaking, of course, out of experience.
Of course.
Of course you are.
Oh my! Yeah, you just don't. You're like, what the king? And then your eyes tear. You got to pull over. You can't see anymore. It's horrible. It's absolutely. Oh! I know. Look at. I'm monopolizing again. I got an email from iHeartMedia.
Oh.
And you know that I have that I have had issues with them owing me lots of cash.
Mm-hmm.
In the 40 plus range. They sent me a note saying, we discovered a discrepancy. I'm not sending. We owe you $1,800 that we found in our books.
You don't say.
Well, yeah, there's one. Now, why don't you go to the other 80 stations I've advertised on, and let's find out all of those ones that you owe me money on. But it was on one station that I have that a couple still active that I still do business on. And they said, oh, yeah, we found it. What would you like us to do with that? I'd like you to go out to dinner. You go head out there in San Diego and have you a nice fisherman's platter or something out there on the coast. Enjoy yourself. Go to a game. Go see a Padres game.
Buy yourself something pretty.
Right. Get yourself something. So what the fuck do you think? That's what you want to say. But if you say, what the fuck do you think I want you to do? They're like, oh, sorry. Wrong person. You'll never get it back.
Yeah.
It's just they're just so yeah, they're crediting me back about $1,700 or $1,800.
Oh, good.
That's nice.
Right now, seriously, if I can get them to go and check all of the other ones that I'm telling them they owe, it would never happen. But the guy who has done this is probably going to get fired because he's refunding money. It's like Oliver Twist. More. No one asked for more. They'll be like, refunding money? What?
I believe Wally just referred to himself as Oliver Twist.
No. The guy who gave
sir.
me money. Please, sir. Can I have more?
Could I have some more?
More?
Oh, no one asks for more. Yeah, so that's it was a surprise to me. It was like, wow, what a surprising, wonderful little thing. It's the thing is though, it's no better than finding $10 in your jeans, right, or in a coat you put away. Whenever you find money,
that was your money to begin with,
right? It's always like it's such a joy, and it can be like if you find a $10 bill, just when you go grab your fall jacket and you put your hand in the pocket, oh, it's nice to have that. What is that crinkly?
Mm-hmm.
What? A 20?
Feels like free money, just like your income tax refund if you ever get one. Feels like free money until you remember that's your shit already.
Right.
I
But it's
already
still
done
joyous.
paid for that.
Yeah.
It's still joyous, though, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's still absolutely joyous. Hey, have you guys seen the new Mom Water?
What?
Mom Water.
I've seen Mom Water. Is there a new Mom Water?
Well, there's the Mom Water that now comes with vodka in it.
Pretty sure that's been around for a little bit.
I had never seen this Mom Water before. I've only seen it recently advertised here. I didn't know there was such a thing.
What do you think made it Mom Water as opposed to just water?
They're always targeting women with these little things.
Well, Mama dipped a fuck stick in it. Now it's Mom Water.
You can't get the Valium anymore. Here, have some vodka.
This is Mama's little helper now.
Yeah. It's just how weak are people? They need to have mom water.
I'd like to give you some mom water with a little bit of diphenhydramine.
Why would it make someone weak to have to have?
No. How are people? They have to have this when they're just just have a fucking vodka.
It sounds better if you're having mom water.
It does.
I know it, right? So you can drink in front of your kid. You sit there. Oh no, that's mom water. You can't have any of that mom water.
Yep.
It's such. I don't know. They do the same thing to men. It's just this hiding of who you are kind of thing until you need counseling and psychotherapy. Geez, why are you here? I'm up to 9 mom waters a day.
That's called rehab.
Yeah, well, rehab, right? But why do you need the 9? I'm up to 9. Can you imagine that? You know, people are drinking mom water like with no thought to it at all. Speaking of that, I'm having a this right now. What is this? Neutral.
Wally water.
Little vodka and orange. Just a little Wally water.
Wally water.
It's a nice little Captain and Coke. That's fine.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. My Cheyenne's here. She said, "Oh, what are you having in the middle of the day? An adult beverage?" I said, "Shit, yeah."
Mm-hmm.
I am breaking down and having the adult beverage today. So what's going on in your world, you guys? I'm sorry, I got running of the mouth over here.
Nothing but fuckery in my world.
Yeah, what's going on in your world?
So
Didn't you have some stuff going on, Jess?
Maybe. So okay, this is interesting. This is not fuckery, probably.
Okay.
Last Wednesday, I get a text message out of the blue from a guy who worked. We didn't work at the same station. Our stations were in the same building in Wilkes-Barre. Okay. He did mornings on the pop station. I did afternoons on the country station. We didn't hang out. Like, we were friendly to each other when we saw each other in the building, but we didn't really know each other. Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
back when radio had more than 4 people in its 70s.
Hey, Jess, it's Paul from KRZ. You need a job?
No, it wasn't even that. The text just said, Jess, ? And I was like, that's weird. So when I got done with whatever it was I was doing, I texted him back and said, AJ? ? And he responds back with, you randomly popped into my head today. I was thinking about Wilkes-Barre and just wanted to see what you were up to.
Huh.
What?
Interesting.
So he says, we should catch up tomorrow. I said, cool. As luck would have it, what I'm up to is a week of unemployment. And so I have all the time in the world to talk whenever you're free tomorrow. So we get on the phone, we catch up. We have a lot of mutual friends in radio, obviously, because radio is a tiny little world. And then, and he's talking about how he is the SVP of programming for a radio company. And it's a smaller, it's not one of the, the big monster companies. But he's SVP of programming for Over Pop, and he lives in Charlotte, which was the last place he got fired from, or last place he lived when he got fired from iHeart after they had moved him from one market to another to fix their clusters.
Sure.
And the company that he's working for does not have any stations in Charlotte, but they came to him and they said, we want you to come do this for us. And he said, I'm not moving away from Charlotte. And they said, okay. And so after he tells me all of that, and, I catch him up on what I've been doing for the last 12 years. And I said, yeah, so, I said, I'm not going to move anywhere for a radio job, much like you. But, I've sent some feelers out to some stations, see if they need voice trackers. I figure maybe if I can, build up enough of a voice track clientele that maybe I don't have to go, trust my livelihood to one company. And he goes, yeah. He goes, when you said yesterday that you got laid off, that got my gears turning. We are looking for voice trackers for country and pop.
Nice.
Oh. So I don't have anything solid yet. He had to get together with his EVP of programming. I'm not sure which one is higher up, but he was going to see what he could find out. Had me send him some audio, and I had my former coworker who does what I do for hip hop and R&B also send him audio to see if he needs any voice trackers in that genre.
Jeez, that sounds like old school radio networking.
Right?
Right.
Yo, I'm Jess.
Well, I'm not going to do the hip hop and R&B.
Oh, well, okay.
I couldn't. We were laughing because, and this is interesting. He said at one point, he's like, wait, you were in Wichita? Where were you in Wichita? Were you at KFDI? And I said, yeah. And I was on KFDI, and I was on the pop station and the classic rock station. And when they were really desperate, they'd put me on the active rock station, but I'm a little too perky for the active rock. And he started laughing, and he goes, yeah, you got a little perk. I was like, but when they really, really needed somebody, I could try to tone down the perk just a little bit.
Jess, could you act a little bit more like a wrist cutter right now?
Yeah, you just got to be a little slacker. Like here's some Slipknot. That's the only rock band I can think of.
Temperature
right now.
today, it's 75 is going to be the high, and wouldn't it be
Here's
groovy if we all
Guster.
were?
Gonna play some Guster for you.
You just gotta say like you don't care. Like it just
you don't care.
It
They
doesn't. It doesn't fucking matter. Here's some fucking music. Shut up.
John Wyatt and Joan Armatrading are getting together here for this ballad we're going to play for you.
And I'm gonna go over to the bookstore and sit outside later.
Sit outside, and it's just going to be having coffee. It's called Coffee with Cunt, and I'm going to be here, and well, I hope you will too on Fuck FM.
Fuck FM. But as it turns out, the company he works for owns those stations I worked at now.
Oh,
Really?
And they didn't back then, but they do now.
How many stations do these guys do you think own? What's their
They're
stable?
in 4 markets, so
Oh, okay. So
maybe 12 to 20
manageable.
stations.
Which is so. And this is just an object. 4 or maybe 20 stations, maybe. And they have an EVP and an SVP.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that just
That's a
Well,
lot of VPs.
that
seems like a
that
lot
usually
of
means that
top
one
heavy,
person
right?
is running all the programming everywhere.
What? Say again, Chris. Sorry.
That usually means one person's running all the programming everywhere.
Mm.
Right.
Which is fine. I mean, that's what it is today. As long as you can get a job, who gives a shit?
Yeah. True. It is. It's so different there. It really. Whenever I hear this, it just. And I've said this before. It just reminds me of Sam Malone at Cheers giving everybody a title instead of a raise.
Mm-hmm.
Woody, you're now the executive shaker.
No, that was not Sam. God damn it! That was Rebecca who was giving everybody titles.
I think it was Sam.
No, I guarantee it was Rebecca because Carla walks into Rebecca and says, "Oh God, you too." She's like,
Maybe
"What?
it was-
What?" And she's like, "I don't have any more money." Carla's like, "Well, what are we going to do?" It's like, "How about if I make you senior bartender?"
It's a great episode.
Yeah, that was. Cheers got funnier as she became looser.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. As she found character, it became much fun.
When she was a tight ass, it was awful.
Yeah.
When she started to accept her lot,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
her character accepted her lot in life.
Yep.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with you 100%.
There was actually a Diane episode on the other day, and I got this cable box that gives you all the free shit, and most of it's from Canada. So you're watching American shows with Tim Horton commercials,
Mhm.
Right.
and it was the episode where Diane goes overseas to get married to Fraser, and Sam falls asleep on the airplane, and it pictures himself getting married to Diane, and then you just realize what an awful person, just awful character Diane was in that show.
Oh, she was horrible.
Yeah, she was just absolutely horrific.
She was I don't think there's ever been a successful television show that hasn't had the dream sequence show.
Oh, it has
Right.
to be. Well, I mean, hell, we had that whole show Dream On for how many years?
Yeah, you have to. Oh, Dream On, Christ! You have to have that. I do like. By the way, is that like CTV? or something?
It was on some. Oh God, I forgot what the name of the channel was. Begins with an F. But it's totally Canadian. You get
back in the day when the C-band analog satellite dishes were in. Remember those? Those were fucking great. You could grab TV from anywhere because
this box gives you everything from every market as well. You get freebie. You get all the locals free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's crazy, but you get your HBOs and all that stuff too.
Why aren't you sharing that? Why aren't you sending me something that says, here's where you get the box?
I will. I actually will. I mean, it's great. You just plug it right into your internet and boom.
Because we were just talking about, Jody and I were just talking about just getting rid of the cable altogether, the Spectrum.
Because you still have to have the cable.
Yeah,
well, not the TV. Yeah.
We'll have the cable, but we'll just get the basic instead of the fucking. It's just cable's just a joke. You know what it is? There's too many fucking subscriptions. I can't even begin to tell you how many. I don't know what I'm subscribed to and what I'm not subscribed to. I mean, I think and then I'm going through my bank statement. Also, I see $139. Who the fuck is this payment to? I don't remember this. It's some auto renew. You know, auto renew for this, auto renew. And then when you try to listen, they got to fix that auto renew bullshit where you can just go cancel right there in front of you, not fucking search through and go through and.
That's because they don't want you to cancel.
Oh, it's so many fucking hoops.
That's why some places require you to call them so that they can put a retention specialist on the phone with you. I had to fight this motherfucker at the cable company my parents were subscribed to because I kept saying, we don't need it where she's going. Well, where is she going? You don't need to know that. We don't need cable where she's going. Well, where is she going? Hell. I'm not going to tell you.
She is going to hell, sir. Yeah. Now, they don't have cable there.
Right.
and she really is going, you know what? If you don't believe I'm going to give you her phone number. Call her. You'll figure out. She's going to hell.
Mm-hmm.
God, yeah. I've had to have conversations with the specialist before, the retention specialist. Here, however, is a fantastic story about an interaction with Amazon support. I ordered, I think I told you a couple weeks ago, I ordered some stuff for my sister, some body wash and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I went and ordered some stuff for myself last week. And, you know, it's supposed to be set up so that it automatically goes back to your default shipping address.
Right.
That's how I've got it set up. So Monday, I get a call.
Oh, shit.
The activities director at my sister's home saying, yeah, Paula got an order today. I said, oh, I must be the rest of the stuff I sent her with her body wash. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's 3 wireless smoke detectors.
Oh my God.
Steel wool, a phone holder. Yeah, and she goes, I go, what the fuck? I go and check. So it didn't revert back. I didn't check it. It's my fault. I reach out to Amazon. I get online and we're typing back and forth. This is fucking amazing to me. They're sending me everything to my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, you know, do you want me to return? How do I return the other stuff to? Where do I return to?
Oh, no, don't worry about it.
Yeah, just tell them to keep it. What? So it's like $150 worth of shit.
That's one thing I will say for Amazon. Their customer service is pretty good.
It is pretty damn good. But the other thing that I started thinking was, okay, that's like $150 worth of stuff. And they're not worried about it. So they've probably got $12 into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it would probably cost more to ship that shit back than than they've paid for this. It's an amazing thing. So I'll just I'm going to call the house. Well, you can keep those. I got some of those shoe insoles. You know, the make your feet feel better kind of gel insoles. Got some of those, and a couple of phone things. And the thing I might not be able to get is the food safe disinfectant spray. it's probably the most expensive thing in there, because it's a chemical. It's not a chemical, though. It's all natural, but they probably can't ship the stuff. It's a third party, so I might have to buy that again. But their customer service is it's the best customer service experience I've had in a year, no doubt.
Did they not ship it the first time?
No, it was on like the delay. You know how sometimes you order everything at once and you get you get you get a box on Thursday, and then so it was a one coming 3 weeks because it's coming from wherever it's coming from because they make it. I don't know what the hell it is. Yeah. Anyways, it's coming when it comes. But the best customer service experience I had in a year. Attentive, took care of the problem. No fucking hoops to jump through. Just, hey, we're taking care of it. Now, I'm gonna guess that if I'd only bought 3 things in the last 10 years from Amazon, it would have been a little different. But since I'm shipping to my aunt and I'm shipping to my sister here and I'm shipping to my friend down in Dallas and yada yada yada, you may get a little better. They may look at your account and go, he uses quite a bit.
I figured Amazon's probably going to send some people to my house soon to find out if I'm okay.
Because you haven't ordered lately?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the state lottery did it to my mother when she had the heart attack.
What? They did what? Send people to the house?
Send people to the house looking for her to make sure she was okay.
I thought it was real for a second.
Yeah.
But you know what is absolutely real, and I don't know whether I've told you this before, but when she had the heart attack, she's my mother and we've had a contentious relationship, to say the least. And she's going in to have the procedure done. She's got a tube in her mouth and she's got IVs going in. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. And she grabs my hand and hands me a note. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be the note. This is the, I'm sorry, I've been a shitty mother. I love you. You're just blah, 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 blah. And I'm standing there crying. And my father's like, what? And I showed him this note. He says, were you going to read it? Are you going to be an asshole? I said, I think I'm going to do both. And so I opened up the note expecting this, you're my favorite. No. It was a detailed list of what numbers to play and on what day for her. A detailed fucking list.
That's outstanding.
That's great.
Good for her.
I just unfucking believable.
That's fantastic.
I love
it is.
Yeah, well, that's Liz to a T right there. That explains it all.
That's fucking fantastic. Hey, priorities, my friend. Priorities.
Exactly.
I have dealt with some great customer service around some fucked up situations in the last week because I was trying to get my health insurance squared away. But when you have to switch to Cobra, and this is the first time I've ever done it, because if it were for the company paying for it for the first 4 months, I wouldn't do it at all. Like I would find
not a chance.
Right.
It's too expensive.
Yeah, it's $700 a month. So yeah. So, but they knowing that you are now unemployed and you have no money coming in and you have just made your first $700 payment, they have no urgency in getting your shit set up for you. So I had reached out to HR at the company and said, hey, I have a prescription that requires prior authorization and I'm going to run out of it very soon. So I need a little bit of help in getting this Cobra thing. Like, who do I reach out to? She points me in the right direction. I, call it was through ADP. So I had to call ADP, who then sends me to the Cobra wing of ADP to get set up. Get it all set up. And she says, and then you can call and ask for emergency enrollment, because once you set it up and you make your first payment, it could be 2 to 3 weeks before they actually get you enrolled and let your insurance company know that you have coverage.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And so but you can't call on the same day that you set it up. So you go online and you sign up and you pay your first bill, and then you have to wait until the next day to call.
Well, of course, that makes sense, right? God,
so
man.
I see the options are for, Chris has left the meeting. I see that the options are for the health insurance, dental, vision, and FSA. And I accidentally selected all of them except the FSA. And I paid
What is
for
FSA, Jess?
the savings account where you
Okay, all right.
pay into it and then you use, and it's tax free,
Right.
and then you use that to pay your bills. And I had
Gotcha.
accidentally selected all of them except the FSA, and I paid it. And then the next day I called, but between when I paid it and when I called, I realized I hadn't clicked FSA, and so I added that on. It was an extra $200 because I thought if the company's paying for it, let's do it.
Right.
So I call the next day and she says, well, you have an outstanding, you haven't paid the full premium. You still have to pay $204. And I said, oh, no, the health insurance part is already paid for. That's just the FSA, and the company's going to pay that by June 1st. And she says, no, it doesn't really work that way. And I said, okay, can I just pay you the $204 over the phone? And she said, unfortunately,
Oh my God.
if you do it that way, there's a $20 service charge. Now, I had to pay a $20 service charge to pay the first premium online. $20 service charge. So unfortunately, you can't do the 204 online, over the phone. It's a $20 service charge. And I said, so there's no way to do this quickly. And she says, unfortunately not. She goes, but let me ask you this. How much money do you have left in your FSA? And I said, well, none, because we were at the end of the thing. So we're starting over on June 1st. And she says, the $204 a month wouldn't go into your FSA account. That's what gives you access to your FSA account. So if you don't have any money in the account, then there would be no reason for you to pay for that $204.
What?
You're charging $204 to have access to a credit card that has my own fucking money on it?
That's fucking whack.
Yeah. So then I said, okay, well then cancel that. And she says, okay, we need you to fill out this form.
Oh my God.
So I fill out the form. All of this was last week that this happened. I fill out the form. I email it right back to her. It didn't allow me to, when it said which thing you're canceling, I had to check other. And she said, type FSA next to it. And I said, it won't let me edit anything there. I can only do the checkbox. She says, well, I'll know what it is and I'll make sure that it's done correctly. And I'll call you back tomorrow. And that was on...
That's never going to happen.
I think it was on Wednesday last week. And I didn't hear anything Thursday, and then I didn't hear anything Friday. And so I called back on Monday, and the lady was like, oh, it doesn't look like the form ever got ingested, so I'll have to do that for you now. But you didn't put FSA next to the checkbox.
Oh my God.
So then I had to figure out how to actually do the FSA and send that in. And then it was going to be the next day before anything was going to be able to be done with it. I finally got the notification yesterday. So it took 6 days to get notification that my insurance is back in force and the insurance company knows about it. So then I have to message my doctor's office and say, the prior authorization needs to be redone for this medication that I take to sleep that I was supposed to be able to refill 2 days ago and haven't been able to do that yet. And so they sent in the prior authorization yesterday, and today the motherfuckers denied it.
They denied it?
So I call and I go through all of their fucking AI, fucking automated bullshit to try to get to a human. It said, can you tell me what this is regarding? I said, no. I get through to a human person and I say, I'm trying so hard to keep my cool right now. Can you please tell me why this medication that I have been taking for a year that you approved for the last year is suddenly not approved? Oh, well, you have to try at least three other medications on the preferred list and, have those not work before they would approve this medication. I said, I did that
before.
I did that last year. Well, your doctor would have to provide that information you have that information on file from when you approved it a year ago. This is why Luigi did what he did.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course it is. It absolutely is.
So then I message my doctor's office again through the portal, and I get a note back that says, your doctor and her nurse are out of the office today, so they'll review your message tomorrow.
You know what it's fucking like? You know it. Of course you know what it's like. But it's sort of like when you have nowhere to go and you're driving and you're not in a hurry, you hit every light green.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're fucking in a crunch, even though you're not late, but you have an objective, you hit every fucking light red.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. It just, I thought that life was supposed to be so much easier in this new sort of streamlined bullshit. It's not streamlined. It's just bullshit.
Oh, there he is.
Dude, I swear, I thought you all were just being quiet.
The last thing I heard was ding, 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 your car door. And then we heard nothing.
I had a call that I had to take, and Google Meet, unlike our Zoom sessions, Google Meet hangs up on the phone call. Zoom lets it keep going.
Yeah. Weird.
But yeah, so yeah, the Google Meet, we got Google Met.
Well, you
did
Google
Meet.
Get Google Met.
Yeah, I don't even. So what is now you're waiting again to see if you're going to be able to get the medication?
Yeah.
Without having to start over again?
Yeah. Since my doctor is out of the office today and nobody gives a fuck whether I get to sleep, I just have to sit around and wait.
Oh, they will when you get in your car and start plowing into people in downtown Nashville.
Just going to put a note in my car that says this is Etna's fault.
Is what she's saying. And she killed 8 people.
And now that I can watch those local TV stations from all across the country, it'll be great. I can see Jess on TV saying, I done told you. I done told you.
What if I accidentally run over that zebra?
Chris, you absolutely have to send that to me, by the way.
I absolutely will.
Okay.
I absolutely will. It is. I mean, the box is as big as an iPhone, or it just sits under your TV.
Fucking fantastic! I want one of those.
Yeah, $200 you get everything.
The fucking. Is that one of those ones like I saw on Facebook at some point, and one of the other ones where you go like, no way, that can't be real, but it is real.
Oh, it is real. Absolutely.
Fuck, send it along, baby.
I certainly will.
I was hoping to be able to break away and get, digital TV, but we're so far away from the city, and we have this weird thing that prevents us from getting any of the channels digitally. They're called trees, and there's miles and miles of fucking nature in between us and these antennas.
Sounds awful.
Isn't it terrible? But that's what it is. So the idea of analog, analog is analog is the best. I know we have digital, but analog is so fantastic. You can get everything anyway. It doesn't matter how far away you fucking are, you're getting it. The digital is fucking cost you more money to get it, but I'm happy that Chris has a workaround for me, and I'm gonna try it out. I love it. Hey, did you see the former press secretary for Joe Biden? Not the redheaded girl, but the African American girl, the black girl.
Oh, Karine Jean-Pierre.
Yeah, Jean-Pierre.
Apparently, she's no longer a Democrat.
She's no longer a Democrat. Who cares? Like, who the fuck? I saw that headline.
Who gives a rusty fuck?
But here's the big news. Here's the big news. Donna Joe Trump is probably going to cancel all social media because of the taco memes and the chicken memes.
What is this? I don't know that. What is
Wally,
this about?
You didn't know about the taco?
No.
I don't even know where it started, but there was at a press conference, a reporter asked Trump how he felt about the phrase taco being used about him. Taco standing for Trump always chickens out. And he said, You mean when I did this and when I did that and when I did this? That's a very terrible thing to say. I don't know why you would ask me that question. That's a very nasty question. That's the worst question I've ever been asked in my life.
The question that's not big and beautiful.
Yeah. And so now there are so many. I've seen several different memes of Trump in a ball gown, and it says Taco Bell, like BELLE.
Love it.
There's AI videos of Trump in a chicken suit eating a taco during that press conference.
Oh, so good.
There's Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. Have you seen the one, Chris, with Trump in the chicken suit and Elon Musk in the banana suit? And there's the chicken and banana song.
Yes.
No, I have.
He's going to cancel all of the social media.
No, he's not. Truth will still be there.
Well, that's true. They're not sharing those there.
Who uses that though? It's just his sycophants that use that. I use so little of the social media, as you know.
I can tell because like once a week I'll get like 6 or 7 likes from Wally Bruce over everything I've done in a week.
Yeah, I look at it and go, oh yeah,
Same.
I like that. Yep, I like that. I just don't. I do it when I've got like, it's one of those things when I have nothing substantial that I need to do. Okay, I'll look at see what's going on.
Like taking a dump.
Right. I will. Other than that, I have no use for it. But the other thing is, I am so much more relaxed not looking at any of that shit because it's all alarmist bullshit for the most part. It's such hateful.
I don't look at the alarmist bullshit.
It's just there's so much hateful rhetoric
memes
and bullshit. And memes?
I look at memes. I don't look at the alarmist shit. And if all people post is hatefulness, then I either unfriend or unfollow them.
Like so me, I'm a boring. I'm boring because the things I look at most online are Reuters, Associated Press.
The things I look at most online are videos of Donald Trump in a chicken suit eating tacos.
Well, I will search those out because laughing at that stuff is something I enjoy doing. But there's so much hateful bullshit that it's so easy not to look at it because it does not. I try not. No, that wouldn't be true. But I avoid things that don't enhance my life a lot. You know that give.
What the hell are you doing here then?
I'm about to say he's still on this call.
they give me pleasure. that I enjoy doing. It just doesn't give me pleasure. Even when they're hammering Trump, when someone's hammering Trump, it doesn't bring me joy. Like, who the fuck cares?
It brings me so much joy.
You know, the thing is, he's gonna die one day.
Yeah.
Of a natural death.
A video comes across my TikTok feed today, and it was like, breaking news, JD Vance has been hospitalized. And like my heart rate sped up a little bit, and I was like, oh, here we go. And then I realized it was posted by the fucking Onion, and it said he was hospitalized for being a hillbilly.
See, that's what you get. And listen, JD Vance fought for this country and fought for your right to know that gays fuck too. Okay.
Thank you, JD.
Yeah, JD wasn't he just in the motor pool? Like he was a photographer or something, wasn't he? Or
yeah, he was the Ted McGinley of the Army, I believe.
He was just taking pictures and writing stories about bullshit
and picking up the babes.
Yep.
That's what he did.
Picking up the babes. Yeah, I don't know about. So the solace I get in the political side, I'm just so not engaged right now politically. I'm aware of what's happening, but I'm not fretting about it because in my head and in my heart, I know that
white men will be just fine no matter what happens.
These people are going to die. Eventually, they'll die of disease or natural causes or fall downstairs or whatever's going to happen to them. And really, their impact. Their impact. I'm not feeling any impact from what they're doing right now. Are you guys? feeling like real impact? Like gas prices are,
yeah.
I mean, Chris,
No.
maybe because you bought a house and interest rate you may have felt that.
We bought that in cash, so no, I'm not worried about that.
Oh yeah, so you're.
But me selling bowling balls to people in Canada and getting stuff sent down here, yeah, it's feeling it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can see that. I can see it, but I'm not, because I'm not in business right now. That kind of any product business, I'm not feeling much of what's happening. If I were poor, or if I were unhoused, I'd be feeling that a lot.
Absolutely,
I know people are feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think because I'm not feeling it, I'm a little less tuned in and sort of just listening to what's going on and going, fuck this guy. That's where I am. Fuck this guy. What? We only have 15 minutes left, you guys.
Did you see how it just tried to upsell us?
Yes, it did.
Mm-hmm.
Free group. Look at that. How much is the upsell? We don't need an upsell.
It's like, no, we don't. And it's not for us. It would be for me to pay for.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, Jess, buy into that.
Nope.
You use your unemployment benefits to buy more time for
Well, I
us.
was going to say, Jess, you can buy some more megs on your EBT.
Oh, speaking of unemployment benefits, so I got denied for the first week because it counts the whole week from Sunday to Saturday. And
Right.
I worked for 2 days that week and got paid for 2 days that week. So I made too much money. So last week was my first eligible week. And I went through and did all the thing. I certified. I applied for this job. I applied for that job. They want to know, like, phone numbers of places you apply to. I don't fucking know. It's the internet. They make you jump through all these goddamn hoops for $300 a week before taxes. And then, like, I kept looking and I was like, well, I haven't gotten a direct deposit yet. Like, where's my $300? And I go in and look and it says pending. And then it says something like they're doing an investigation. But also, the first week that you were eligible is called a wait week. So you don't get paid for your first week until the fourth week. Thank God I'm not desperately in need of this $300 a week right now.
What's the investigation, Jess?
I think they have to confirm that I said I worked where I did for as long as I did and made what I did. And
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
yeah.
Wow.
Now, Jess, are you applying for everything? Are you going to apply for SNAP and all that stuff?
No.
I wish you would, because I'd like to know how it works.
I'd like to know how the government cheese tastes these days.
Oh, I wonder if it's as good as it used to be.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think they do that anymore.
Really?
Yeah, because
I remember the Wick man came to the house and he had the cheese and he had the milk.
when I was a kid, we used to take a wagon and go to the county office or the county building, and there would be a parade of people with wagons or little things, and they'd go. You'd get, here's a block of cheese, here's a tin of peanut butter.
The government still provides cheese through various programs.
Well, we'd have to go find it, but
it's not
government
the
cheese-
same government cheese that was widely distributed in the past.
Oh, and the government cheese in the 70s was outstanding.
It was in the early 80s too.
As of 2022, as part of the USDA Food Nutrition Service Commodity Supplemental Food Program, eligible seniors over the age of 60 are provided one 32-ounce block of processed cheese food each month.
How do you get that? I'm over 60. I want to get one.
I don't know. You better. The United States government owns 1.4 billion pounds of cheese. What?
Well, back in the day, there was a in the 70s, particularly in the 70s, there was a push for cheese, and the government really got heavy into cheese because there's a whole thing about it. You can read about it. There was a whole lobbying effort because they were trying to figure out what to do with the excess milk. And so they created the excess cheese category, and it created that.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up on that. I grew up on the powdered milk and the.
Oh, that powdered milk was nasty.
It was fucking horrible.
Oh.
But we used to mix it with the molasses we got.
I don't
And then-
remember getting molasses.
Jesus Christ.
We got some
I
molasses.
only remember getting powdered milk and cheese. We may have gotten some other stuff, but I don't
Oh,
remember.
you must have got the there was oatmeal, there was flour, we got all of those. We got the flour, canned chicken and canned pork. In the silver can, it would just say chicken or pork. Peanut butter, a big number 10 can of
Maybe
peanut
we got
butter.
peanut butter. Maybe.
Oh, we just got.
I really only remember the cheese and the milk. That it was when so I was probably
the
parents-
chicken.
my parents got divorced when I was 10. So it was probably right after that.
Jess, Wally's confusing WIC and EBT with wartime rations.
Oh,
No, I am not.
that would all make
We
sense.
used to go. We used
Yep.
to go. I think it was every third. I think it was every 3 weeks or something, or the third whatever Saturday of the month. And you literally, people in the neighborhood who got that stuff would have a wagon. When I was living in Worcester, they'd grab their wagon or whatever, and they'd go down to the distribution office and get their stuff. And
I guarantee my mother did not take a wagon to any distribution office.
I lived in the city, though. I lived in a city where you had various distribution areas, and it was probably it might have even been the school. I mean, listen, I was 8 years old. They don't necessarily.
Well, your mom probably had to drive. I don't think they were going to take her broom.
The broom doesn't have any trunk space.
But you did know.
That's
You
the
did-
problem.
Jess's mom on a broom. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Every now and again, this show does get a little funny bit.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Every now and again.
I don't think we've had one since, your sister wanting to walk, but,
No.
other than that.
Last week, Gay's Fuck 2 was pretty good, particularly when
Gay-
Jess sent a note saying that the show was dropping at the beginning of Gay Pride Month. And I'm surprised
the funny part
didn't
is-
package it.
I got a text from our listener.
Oh, hi,
And-
Scott.
You did?
And it said, "Hey, guess what?" And I'm like half asleep. I'm like, "Scott, what? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Gays fuck too."
They sure.
I thought
they
you were
sure
going to say the
do.
text said, "Stop fucking saying my name every week."
Oh no, he likes that. He likes that.
He's living on the edge of it. Uh-oh. We only have 8 minutes left. If anybody's have anything substantial to say, now is the time. We only have 8 minutes to address it. What do you got?
Chlamydia.
Throw something out there that we could talk about for 8 minutes before we lose our window. It's like we're in the fucking. It's like we're.
Wally,
like
you
using
can close that reminder.
I don't mind
You
saying it, but
push
it's like
the
we're-
X.
It's
Yeah.
like we're spies, and we've only got an 8 minute satellite window. And we got to get Roker out there in the wind. It's so daunting to see it there.
Then
Like-
close it, because we don't have to spend minutes of the show talking about how many minutes of the
There you go.
show we have left.
How many minutes are left, Jess?
I don't know.
Hell,
We'll
didn't
find
we
out
do
when
that
we
one
get
day?
cut off.
We
Oh,
did
yeah.
that one day in 2012,
What?
didn't we? He says, "Well, I guess we got about 48 minutes left of this." Only 30 minutes left of this, and like, maybe we should just leave now, Jess. Yeah, let's go. And that was it. That's all she wrote.
I saw a Facebook memory from 2011 this past week, and it said something about how I had announced the new hire. And I was like, oh, this was the week I hired the dead guy.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
Didn't hire me. Hired the dead guy though.
hired the dead guy. And there was one, I wasn't sure if it was you or Dave, but it sounded more like something you would say. I said,
Yeah.
my afternoon show host said I made him, or my afternoon co-host said I made him laugh too hard and now his ass hurts because of his sciatica or something.
That was me.
Was that you?
That was me. That was 100% me.
You're welcome.
Because number one, my ass was hurting because of my sciatica, because of that goddamn wooden stool
Yeah.
that you all used for chair number 2 in that studio.
Yep.
Did we?
So yeah,
I don't. Jess, did we have chairs in our studio?
Yeah, I
We
think.
did.
I'm pretty sure.
What the hell are you, the fucking Flintstones? Of course you had chairs in there.
No, we had stand-up boards.
We had
Well,
a
still, you'd
stand-up
have to have
board
a chair.
too, with
I
a
don't
tall
remember.
chair.
I don't remember if we had tall chair. I don't think because I'm feeling like at the main it just wasn't tall enough. I mean, there wasn't enough room in that studio to put a fucking stool.
I'm pretty sure there was a chair behind the other side of the counter.
Yeah, they may have been on the other side, but the main mic, my Christ, you didn't even have to turn around to grab carts out of there. You'd run into them behind.
Oh my
you.
God.
Pretty sure you
That
could
was-
reach into the production room from the board.
Oh yeah,
in the
it was
studio.
it was tight.
Yeah.
That was a fucking tight room.
Mm-hmm.
And then Estelle didn't need a chair.
Yes, the fuck she did. What? Chris, Estelle has no legs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Estelle had no legs. That was an inside joke.
I was like, what?
She didn't need a chair. She had no legs. I have no legs. I have no legs.
I have no
I think
legs.
she just dragged herself in and hung out on the floor.
Oh God damn. Estelle, I remember her coming through. She was perhaps one of the sweetest persons.
She seems to still be. I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
she was such a sweet person, and nothing phased her.
Yeah.
Did she get married?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, she just had I think she said it was her 2-year anniversary.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
She waited a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took her a minute.
I mean, I
But
listened to the old tapes of that station, Jess, and she wasn't half the talent you were.
Have you ever have you heard any? Is there any old air checks floating around at that station?
Oh, I don't even know what station you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
No, I
That
don't even
was
know
it.
what station you're talking about.
Yeah, that was at KISS. Wasn't he the one that sent us the air check? Oh, it wasn't the
Oh,
air check.
yeah.
It was imaging.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
well,
Imogen.
Yeah.
yeah, it was just imaging of the station, but yeah, I'll look. It's
I
gotta
was
be out
trying
there
to find
somewhere.
logos. I was going to put logos on my website of like the stations that I had worked at in the past, but none of the stations I worked at in the first like 3/4 of my career exist anymore. I'll have to take pictures of them from my blanket here.
I can tell you that
KFDI, the Radio Ranch.
KFDI is there. That still exists.
none of this. I don't think any of the stations I've ever worked at exist anymore.
Mm.
I don't, except maybe Jammin' JJS. That might still exist.
Which
The
sounds
urban
very
station.
similar to Power 99.9.
No, Jammin' JJS. I just,
K100.
No,
Why
that was
wasn't
OK 100.
that was it's kind of funny that Dave is still down in that market.
Well, he left and went back.
Yeah, but I think it's a great city to work in because he's in Ithaca.
Yeah.
It is a great city to be in.
Yeah.
Oh, and very fascinating, Jess. They're still using your weather jingle.
My
Up
weather
here.
jingle.
Yeah, they're still using the same one that was in there in 2011. Same exact thing. Nothing's changed.
Very nice. They have not
Yes.
emailed me back about voice tracking, so
Sons of bitches.
I guess they hate me now.
So, do you have any idea what
Now.
pays right now?
Do I have any idea what?
What voice tracking pays,
No.
Chris?
I'd like to tell you it's not a lot.
No, I think it's if you're just doing like fill-in work, it's probably $25 to $35 a shift. If it's stations,
God damn.
it's probably, I don't know, $5 or $6 grand a year if you're doing a regular show.
Fuck.
If I did something for somebody, it would be, I think it was $500 every 2 weeks, and it would be for whatever they wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that's
Oh my God, it's going to run out.
that's one of the things that has gone down, though, hasn't it? Voice tracking.
Probably.
It has.
I think it's probably bottomed out, but I think it used to be revered, and now it's just like,
It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to run out of time.
Oh, we are?
All right. Bye, everyone.
Oh, I got to bring my thing up. I didn't see that. You guys have a good rest
I'll
of your
bring your
week.
thing up later, Wally. Bye-bye.
Gays fuck
There you
too.
go. Bye.
Bye.